let's get to some clarity on the water issue and on nature. What truth do we know and what information is out there about how data centers actually use water and what effects that they have on nature? Like, what information do we really have?
Well, it's the amount of water that it takes to cool the data center. So if it's a smaller data center, it could be 5 million gallons of water a day.
Little baby center, bro.
Right. But if it's a big data center, you could be talking 30 million gallons of water. Wow. Millions and millions of gallons of water.
30 million gallons a day?
That they have to use a day.
A day?
To cool, yeah.
Let's see this. A typical medium-sized data center consumes about 100 million gallons of water annually. That's medium-sized. Roughly 300,000 to 500,000 gallons per day. However, large hyperscale campuses can guzzle up to 5 million gallons per day. So that's off.
And there's some 30 million gallons in there.
You
can find those around. You can even just Google that.
There's some that
I believe it was in Georgia. 30 million gallons of water was missing from one of them.
Well, people probably come and get you a little bit of that Georgia water. Get you a swig of it. It's probably 30 proof. A massive quality technology services QTS data center in Fayetteville, Georgia, drained nearly 30 million gallons of water without paying or alerting the county. But we don't know if it was a day, but still, it's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And no, there are some out there, and we can look them up. But if you have all these,
what's the process of the use of water? Because I mean, they use it, but can you then can you purify the water, or like is there like a process that you can then use it again? Like,
well, so they just had, if you want to pull up Cheyenne, Wyoming. So there's open cooling and there's closed cooling, and they want to go to more closed cooling systems where the water has to pass. Again, that reminds me a little bit of the Hinckley situation, because you're got a closed loop system. You're going to need chemicals in there to prevent rust and corrosion. Wow. And I believe it just happened in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where they were draining that system and there was some construction error, but it contaminated the entire sewer system.
Pull that up,
So it's Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Cheyenne's Board of Public Utilities has temporarily stopped accepting wastewater from data centers, fill and flush operations, and closed-loop cooling systems after a Meta-linked construction discharge contaminated the city's reclaimed irrigation water with a rare bacterium. That's the same company that's doing it in Louisiana, right?
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing a lot of, because the water is warmer, they have to be heated. You're seeing different chemicals that they're using in the closed system. It could be hexavalent chromium. It could be PFAS. That water could be full of other diseases.
Well, now, the water's bad. You know, anything. The kids out there, you never even know. He's sipping bad water. They got chromium in the water.
And you can have accidents like this that you're reading about that just happened in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I mean, this is unbelievable. Meta's Cheyenne facility is designed to use a closed-loop liquid cooling system, meaning the same coolant water is recirculated within the data center rather than continuously discharged. During construction, however, contractors perform fill and flush procedures to clean and pressure test the cooling pipes, and that one-time wastewater was sent to the city's reclamation system where the bacterium was detected. And what's the bacterium? Let me see. It's at the top. What's it called?
Is it Legionnaire?
No, it was Cupriavitis gallardi. So he's a 4-star recruit, I'm guessing, I'm going to say that out there. I'm surprised. Bro, give him an hour. Lane Kiffin will be over there recruiting him. You know that, dude.
These waterborne bacteria are very dangerous. Matter of fact, we're watching the whole explosive diarrhea map that's happening right now, and they believe it's a waterborne bacteria.
Is there?
It's definitely going. We can look that one up too.
Where's the bad diarrhea at now?
It's across the country. Didn't you see the big diarrhea map?
I didn't see it.
They created the big diarrhea map.
But just the fact that this is where we're at, like we've been lulled into idiocracy. The fact that this is where we're at, there's a big diarrhea map now.
Look, there it is.
Yeah, because of how dangerous the water's gotten, that it's like, that's going to be on the news now. Like from now, the news is changing. It's going to be like, be careful. If you're drinking water in this area, you're going to get big diarrhea, or the baby's going to get a little bit of data in his bottle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even keep, your kids running outside and a strong breeze hits him that's coming off the top of the data center. And now he's got a bunch of analytics stuck in his neck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep the dad out of the baby diaper, bruh. It just, everything's going to get weird. while Michigan, right here, it says, this is from The Hill, while Michigan has seen the most cases as of late, at least 4 more states have recorded more than 100 cases of explosive diarrhea causing parasitic illness have been reported. Of course. You know, you got a 40% of bad shit over there outside of Charlevoix. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said that between the start of May and mid-June, at least 145 cases of cyclosporiasis had been reported in the U.S. Cases of the parasite-based sickness are common each year from May through August, but some states are seeing larger than average spikes in cases.
Waterborne diseases and illnesses we could start seeing a whole lot of in the future, especially as, you know, whether you believe in climate change or not. I've always believed it's going to be water issues. Too much, too little, none at all. We're seeing that happening now. Even with flooding, and you flood municipalities, they can't get back online. You can have bacteria, parasites, everything get in there. The biggest transporter of everything on this planet is water.
Well, we're like 90%.
Right.
We're 90% water, I think.
So we're really messing.
Yeah. Unless you're crying, it goes down a little.
Our most precious resource. And that is the one thing that data centers utilize the most.
Yeah.
And again, you know, AI is here to
scary.
stay, but the data centers, especially when there's other solutions to it, they do not have to be built on top of drought-restricted areas who already are really struggling with water resources. And there's other locations. We could be putting these in underground caverns. You know, some people say, why don't you have them in Antarctica? Because they need water and they need to be cool. There's many reports that China has built tubular things and put them at the bottom of the ocean, but they have oversight. You can't build them on top of hospitals. You can't build them on top of homes. The noise pollution, the size of these things, 24/7 is noise. Generators, backup generators, a humming, a buzzing. It never, ever stops. It is such a disruption to every one of us and our quality of life.
How do you know that?
People's reporting it and the videos they're reporting it, and it's being studied. It is real. These are massive facilities that are just going to suck every one of our resources, and we don't even have an infrastructure system to support them.
Yeah.
And so we've got
here.
a lot of issues. There you go.
Living in hell. Data center neighbors grapple with noise and air pollution. Let me see. Because these data centers operate 24/7, they generate persistent background noise, and chronic exposure to environmental noise has been associated with sleep disturbance, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and even stress-related outcomes. Noise pollution can be especially harmful to children, as it has been linked to poor cognition, decreased learning, and lower reading comprehension. Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. Your son's in the yard or whatever, and suddenly some data flies through, you know, he gets hit by some data or something, and he's got an episode of, you know, Friends or Seinfeld stuck in his back or whatever, and then he's in a wheelchair. It's just like, you just don't know what's in the data either. You know what I'm saying? You could be going for a jog and you get hit by some damn data, some loose data.
Where you're going to get hit by data noise.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you got like, because data flies through the air. Like, that's the thing. People, it's like, I don't understand sometimes what's going on. This cloud has sound, the unrelenting and unseen cost of AI data centers. What are they saying right here? And this is New York Times, which is, you know, suspect. But so many places are. Instead of audibly hearing these extremely low frequencies, people physically feel them as pressure fluctuations, much like the deep vibration of a bass drum shaking your core at a concert.
It's deep.
Said Scott Hamilton. Dang, they said these things can give you a damn BJ or whatever, and you're just trying to chill out or whatever. You're getting that data beach. A member of the Acoustical Society of America and a consultant on data center projects said that. This can leave the traditional gauges of noise and solutions for dampening it inadequate to meet modern needs. Some residents living near infrasound frequently report chronic sleep deprivation and insomnia, headaches, and internal ear pressure and anxiety.